We are filming in 4K. This is a new camera. Doing kind of a test right now. I want to see if y'all can see Anna Kate or not at the angle that I'm holding this camera at. So I'm testing for several different things, audio, of course, what it looks like, and I've got a deputy behind me right now, coming down through here. So y'all may or may not see this video. I'm not sure. It may not be worth my crap. I don't know. I got to figure out how to hold this camera because it's much different than anything else I've shot. I have had two others of these exact cameras in the past, but not while I was doing YouTube videos that I filmed with. So, where are we going, Anna Kate?
Waffle House.
Going to the Waffle House. That's right. So you said you've been to the Waffle House before? I had never taken you though. You been with that old crummy dude named Hunter to the Waffle House?
I've been with some friends. I think.
Friends?
Yeah.
Oh, you piece of Chevrolet. You ain't gonna run with this Ram here. Let's go run him down, Anna Kate. Let's go get him. He mashed that thing. We go. We go.
Caught behind you.
He kept going straight. Then, I don't know. We'll see what she's doing here. Oh, he ain't got a chance against a Ram here in the Cummins. See, I'll spin it around and see what it looks like here. We've been to smoke him. Let's go, boy. You better run, dude. He doing 80. Ain't nothing. Let me cut this thing off. We're at the Waffle House.
Woo.
Let's go get some. This camera here is going to be different to hold on to too.
Yep. You get your strap on.
Yeah. Put it in the truck there. This music's making me want to do the stanky leg. Let me do the stanky leg. Got the waffle now, Anna Kate. Stayed in a bunch of Waffle Houses, Anna Kate, over the years. But this one right here this morning, they had it going on in there, dog. They wasn't playing. They had the soul music going. I want to do the stanky leg. So we're going to take y'all along with us today as we're going through the day. Today's Saturday. We're about to go watch Emma play some softball. I'm going to film some of that while we're there. So y'all hang tight. It's going to be a vlog day. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. So let's go see if we can find somebody else to race with, Anna Kate, on the way home. All right, let's roll. So me and Anna Kate are back home now. And right when we left, I started the video uploading, which I didn't want to wait on it to upload. It wouldn't have taken but about 15 minutes, but we're kind of on a time schedule today. So I let it upload while we were going, but like a 12-minute video for me in HD only takes about the amount of time that the length of it is, so you know, about 12 minutes or so. So hang on just a second here. Now is I'm going to open my laptop, and I didn't, so while the video was uploading, I've got to put all the tags on it and get that done right quick. I have a tool that I use. I always fill the tags all the way up. You can put 500 characters in the tags, and I'll fill it up every time. I have a tool that I use that helps me do that, and it allows me, like, I can have like 3 or 4 different style videos, like one for Kior or one for logging or one for hunting or fishing or whatever like that, and I can grab those tags that I already have there and then copy and paste them. It'll allow me to copy and paste them. And also I have access to a lot of other stuff too with some of these tools that I use as a creator, and it's just things that I've learned, you know, through just research, things like that. But I can actually see what other creators are doing. I can see what their tags are on any video that they tag. I can see that. I can also see their numbers too. I can see what they're doing number-wise, how many subscribers they're getting each day. I mean, I can break it down right down to the end. I mean, I can see every bit of that stuff. I can even see what they're making too. On that, it goes in. If you're going to be successful on YouTube, you got to do a lot of research like that and really dig and stuff like that. But so I keep up with a lot of stuff. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw the tags on at the end screens where you see the things, all that stuff pop up. Get that done. Video is about 2 hours later than what it should be posting, but I'm going to get that done, and I'm going to take y'all. We're going to go to we're going to go watch Emma play some ball. So I'm always forgetting stuff. Got to grab my glasses. We're here, man. We're going to go in here and watch some softball. So there's the back of the field right there. So we got a nice field here. Baseball field behind me. Softball field right there. This is our baseball field.
18, Clinton. Batting fourth, playing first. Batting eighth, playing right center, number 30. Henderson. Batting ninth and playing right field, number 25, Dewitt. Batting 10th and playing second, number 33, O'Brien. You see by the dawn's early light what so proudly rugged o'er the land of the free and the home
There you go. That's Emma right there. So they finally pulled it off and won after they played 10 innings. Normally they only play 7 innings, but it got tied up. They had the game won easy. They let them come back, and but they finally got it done. I can work outside in the heat, and I'm fine. But man, I tell you, just standing there in the heat, that's tough. I'm hotter than a hoe on nickel night right now. Yep, so I think I've been up here almost 3 hours now watching this game. So about to head home, and I don't think I'm going to do nothing else the rest of the day. I'll take y'all along with me if I do. So I'm back here at the house. I'm sitting in my study now. Got text and snaps and stuff coming in, just kind of looking through them. So now I'm going to sit down and I'm going to go through some comments. I got some that I need to respond to. And one that I'm actually going to make an entire video on, I believe. I've been asked this question about burning and stuff like that. And it would make a good video talking about that. Because there's a lot of different good stuff. Good things about burning and bad things about burning when some people mention it compared to spraying chemicals. And that's what's in today's video, is spraying chemicals over on cutover and things like that. Just keep in mind, if you're watching this video and you watch me all the time about the chemicals, the people who have said something about the chemicals, they're only sprayed about once every 22, 23 years on this cutover. So I mean, you're not talking about nothing. I mean, it's not like a farm crop or anything like that when you're hitting it multiple times in a one season, you know. So I mean, you're talking about very minimal things, but I'll get into that more in a video there. So I'm gonna go through all this here, and I don't know, we'll see how this video turns out. I do know this: 4K will burn a battery up on a camera. We'll see how it looks and how it turns out on this camera, but So I am enjoying this camera so far. I need to do a little tweaking on it. I don't like the record button. The record button on it sets flush, so I'm going to end up probably gluing me something to the record button where it sticks out a little bit further where I can feel it on the back of the camera and get that done. I wish they would have fixed it a little bit different. So me and Tater now got a magazine loaded up with some Full Metal Jackets. He and I are about to jump on the four-wheeler, my Polaris, and I'm going to take y'all and we're going to go over here to where I sprayed the Roundup at Monday, today, Saturday. We're going to look at see what the kill is looking like on that right now. So y'all hang tight. We're going to do a little riding here right quick. Tater got to sit on the throne, man. Why are you going to take a dump right there for, dude? Right where I got to walk, huh? Come on, Tater, let's go. Turbo's not going with us on this run. It's just going to be me and Tater, so it's going to be. So he'll ride on the front rack of the four-wheeler here. I've got his tracking collar on. See his antenna right there? It's a GPS tracking collar by Garmin. They're listed on my influencer link, Amazon influencer link in the description below. It tracks him back to my GPS right here that I put on my side. So he and I, we're fixing to hit the road here right here. The trick to getting a dog to ride on a four-wheeler like this is to start them when they're a puppy. If you don't start them with a puppy, you ain't going to be able to do it. You'll do it when they're little. They'll always ride. He'll sit right there and ride. This is one of the hay fields that I used to have cows on right here. I actually redid this old field one time and reseeded it and everything. I cut hay on it and I had cows on it too. So I'll take y'all around this side of the campground here. I know the wind noise is very sensitive on this microphone on this camera here. Just had to deal with it. You can see that's where they have their service at right there. Under the big pavilion. There's some people bring campers in here. See, they got the power poles up. They'll bring campers in here and then they'll take them back with them after the camp meeting's gone over with. They got some spots over here on the left. They can put campers right over here too. They got fixed up in the woods right here. There's power over there. We'll stop right here. You see this one here is new, and this one here is new, and that one over there is too. It's been about 6 or 7 years ago now, I guess. They had a fire here. Nobody knew they burned, so they don't know if they just burned on their own or somebody set them, because there's nothing back here. Nobody's back here, but they come in here one day and there were 3 of these that were burned down, and they built them back. But I remember coming back here right after it happened, and I saw it, and I wondered if it was just an accident, or if somebody set them on fire. I would hope it would be an accident if somebody did something like that, set something like this on fire. That's pretty bad. But the gate's right over here. Me and Tater, we're fixing to go in here, and we're going. You can see me and Tater just come through the gate there. And you can see where I started spraying right here. You see it yellow from there, and all this is green. I wanted to spray this coming back out, but I was out of chemical when I got out. But you can see how far it reached over, how it's yellow looking, which that's what I wanted to see right there. Make sure it looked good. Alright, I'm going to share something with y'all right quick too. This is on down in this place, the guy that owns this right here. I've been friends with him for a long time. We actually used to cut timber for him. He was a Weyerhaeuser forester. He has since retired. But he helped me out a lot in the timber world. He kind of took me under his wing and mentored me. And I learned a lot from him for a lot of years. And I started coming down here to this, and he lets me come down here and hunt and do what I want to do like it's mine, and that's very cool. But he's got an old Ford Creek crossing right here on this creek right here, and there's always water running in this creek. Got some good springs that feed it from way up this way, and but this area right here is so cool because the road comes down, the four-wheeler sitting right over there. The road comes down, turns, and you cross that creek. But right here, the first weekend in October every year, he comes down here and he'll build a little campfire right here in this area. I'll bush hog all this down. I sprayed this the other day, but I'll come in here and I'll bush hog it all the way down to the dirt. And he builds a little campfire, and him and his wife come down here, and they cook hot dogs and sausages and stuff like that. And I've been down here with them a few times when they've done it and ate with them. And just a really nice, it's a nice place to camp right here, right on this creek bank right here. And just a real, just, you know, such a cool location that from my house to the gate's 1.5 miles is all it is. I mean, by road, that's all it is. And hope Tater don't get on the snake down there. But we're going to go on down there here and look at it. Everything's starting to yellow up pretty good. So I can see Tater there, got him down, letting him do his. All right, so here we go with another great point of interest. Y'all bear with me on this camera. I got to make a handle for it to hold it so I'm not touching the microphone, so you're not hearing that and stuff. You see these big, that's pine trees back there, but you see like that tree, that line of those oak trees, those are sawtooth oak trees is what those are. I first started coming down here in 1994, and those were already growing. They were 4 or 5 years old, so I'm going to say they were probably planted about 90, either 1989 or 1990. So those trees are right at 30 years old right there right now. Sawtooth oaks for a deer is like crack to a drug addict. You can see, the reason why they're called sawtooths, can you see the saw points on the end of those leaves right there? That's why they're called sawtooths. And there's the overcupped acorn right there in that thing right there. You can come down here when these things start dropping, you can come down here. And I mean, you can guarantee you a shot anywhere you want to get down in here, because those things are like candy to a deer. Hollis Farms, they've got thousands of those planted. They've got probably several hundred acres of those planted solid that you see in a lot of Jason's videos and Brian's videos and stuff like that. But they're very cool food source for the deer in the fall, attractant to bring them in. So we're going to carry on our little tour here. All right, something else to note right here too. All right, I'm just behind the sawtooths. There's the pines right there, a strip of pines. And you see this road bed right here, how it's worked up? This is actually the old road bed that they used back in the early 1800s when they started the church up there where the campground is, 1828, that they used. The people that were coming from the south going to the north to go to the camp meeting, this is how they came through here to get to where the camp was. This is the road that they use right here. And way back in the day, a long long time ago. Very cool though. I like stuff like this. So if y'all don't think beavers will annihilate a place, right there in front of me, that's as far as I can go right there. That's where the road stops. But just beyond that right there is probably going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 to 30 acres of just nothing. And what happened was the beavers came in here years ago and started damming. There's a big creek right down there called Magby Creek, and they started damming up from there back this way, and they flooded that out. And the guy who owns this had this ditch dug right here. I didn't dig it. I have been over here and I have dug it out with beaver dams on it several times in the fall. See, this is a big beaver dam right here that I've dug out before. You see it right there. See how the dirt is right there? See where the water goes around it there now. That the beavers backed water up and killed all that timber in there. Like I said, it's going to be 25 to 30 acres that they just ruined in there. And I got a story time video that I'll do one day that I'll tell you about an experience that I had out there with three of our logging machines out there on a Friday afternoon. Yes, people, you can only imagine what happened, what that story time video is going to be about. But I'll save it for another video. Is what I'll do. So we're going to continue on our tour. If you have beavers on your property, try to kill them. Get rid of them. So I hope you enjoyed that. Me and Tater's back. We got Turbo out now, letting him run around. I like showing y'all stuff like that. I think it's important, especially on my end, to do things like that other than just the logging part, because, you know, like the softball, the day-to-day stuff that I do, you see that I'm not just a logger or run equipment or anything like that. That I do a lot of other stuff. Have a very crazy life, if you will, of things that I do and fool with and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right now. It's probably, I'm gonna guess, I have no idea how long it's gonna be. I'm gonna say probably 15 minutes maybe. But people like the longer videos, and I do too. I used to try to keep them around 10 minutes, but when you get intermixed, you find, or I have found, that people like them a little bit longer. I don't want to get them, you know, every now and then I'll shoot one out that's got over 20 minutes, and that's okay. 25 every now and then. I don't really want to ever go over 30 because, man, they just take too long to work with. And then with this right here, shooting this in 4K is going to take me a little bit to get used to it, because it's so much larger files to deal with and fool with. So I messed with some of them earlier today and was checking them out, and I liked how they looked and all that, and they went pretty good. Just got a little bit of tweaking to do with the camera here, and she'll be on go. But this is going to be cameras, you kind of got pluses and minuses, trade-offs on them. This is a more durable, extreme duty type of camera, which I'll disclose to y'all what I got later on. But when you get a camera like that that'll hold up to the dust and the drop in it and all that stuff like that, you give up a little bit on the audio end. So if you'll notice in this video, you've kind of heard a little bit of a hiss on it, but it's not bad. I can live with that, you know, on the audio, because I'd rather have a little bit more durable camera than to have the perfect audio. But I think the audio is going to be fine on this right here, and all that. So I'm about to get Tater down. I'm going to feed both the dogs and put them up, and I'm going to end this video right here. I'm pretty tired for today. Done a lot of sweating today too. Very, very hot today here for end of August. But so all the clickable stuff's right down below. Take you to my website, to all my merchandise and all that stuff like that. Is down there, and also my Amazon link down there. I've got a ton of stuff listed on it. All that stuff I use and have. You can see my cell phone booster down there too, and all that. So that's pretty cool. But it's been a good day. Been a good Saturday. Me and Anna Kate had a lot of fun. I'm sure that if people watch this video all the way to the end, I'm sure I'm going to have some very negative stuff said about me and Anna Kate in my truck right off the bat. And that's fine if you think you need to say something about that. If it's bad enough, I will delete it and remove it off. But y'all be good. Be safe for the week coming, because I want all my taters back. We'll catch y'all later. Later, taters.